MFA sites, made for ad fraud sites. We looked into sites that appeared to be too good to be true. They were generating an extreme number of ad impressions at low CPM prices. But how was that possible? When we manually visited the pages, they appeared to be normal and didn't have many ads on them. The screenshot on the right looks to have one single video ad on the page, but we suspected that was not all that was going on. We used PageXray by FouAnalytics to scan the page so we can see all the calls made to ad-serving domains and ad-tracking domains. These are not visible when you just view source on the page because the code is not installed in the HTML of the page. All of the extra stuff is called in when JavaScript executes. PageXray is a crawler made from a full browser, which allows the JavaScript to execute and collects the sequence of events. That is, what called what. The following is what the PageXray of the page looks like. The tree graph shows all the calls made to ad servers and tracker domains and depicts the sequence of what called what, reading from left to right. But the above is not even the half of it. The same page, with some specially crafted query strings added to the URL, springs into action that's a whole nother level of evil. Think of these as activation codes that cause the page to load a large amount of ads. This is by design, so they can hide the shady behavior from manual inspection. If the person inspecting the page does not have the right activation codes, none of the massive fraud is visible. When the page is loaded with the right activation codes, it goes bonkers with ads, now with 3,308 calls, more than double the above, for the same page. See the side-by-side comparison in the slide below. Left side is the plain URL that you would see when manually checking the page. Ad server requests, 544, tracking requests, 348, other requests, 90. The right side shows what happens when the right set of special codes are added to the URL, yellow highlight. Ad server requests, 3,490, tracking requests, 2,387, other requests, 685. Where do MFA sites get their content? Here's an example of content on an MFA site that is 100% copied from a Reddit post. The Reddit user may never see that their content was plagiarized, and even if they did, they won't take action and sue the site. A single page on this MFA site is loading the following: ad server requests, 3,490, tracking requests, 2,387, other requests, 685, a total of 6,562 requests from a single page. Do you think these sites are honest, upstanding publishers? Or do you think these sites were made for loading ads to suck up as much ad budgets as possible? As we documented above, when the URLs contain special trigger codes, the pages load in the ungodly numbers of ads and trackers. Big advertisers are seen showing ads on these MFA sites: Norton, Paramount Plus, Bitdefender, New York Life. Note the quantities of ads and the bid prices. These are not trivial, considering the super large quantities of ads that the largest advertisers buy. MFA sites exist to absorb all that budget by manufacturing more ad impressions out of thin air by any means possible. FouAnalytics not only counts how many ads there are on the page, see page ad count, but we also enumerate every single ad iframe on the page along with the ad size, like 300 by 250. See the following example data on how many Google ads are loaded on a single page. MFA sites generate large volumes, and the programmatic CPMs are not that low. The table below shows some examples of MFA sites, with the number of visits or page views, the maximum observed CPM, and the typical CPM seen in programmatic channels. If your goal is to get as many impressions as possible, not caring if the ads are shown to humans, and to spend your budget in full, then you definitely need these MFA sites in your programmatic media buys. If, however, your goals are to drive business outcomes, seriously consider whether these MFA sites are helping you or sapping you. How to check for MFA sites yourself. If you want to inspect pages beyond what you can see in the HTML itself, use PageXray by FouAnalytics. We have two versions so far. The first is what it looks like when a user loads the page as if they were visiting from the US. The latter, marked EU, is what it looks like when the visitor is from the EU. We expect the page should have fewer ads and trackers if they respected privacy and consent signals. MFA sites are able to generate enormous numbers of impressions by cheating. If you don't know whether your ads are showing on MFA sites, add a FouAnalytics JavaScript tag to your programmatic ads to find out.